Hi, first responders. It's Johanna with Holiday Planet, and we are live with your 12th FAQ video getting us ready to cruise to the Southern Caribbean. And today we're talking about everybody's favorite subject, food, which I love and we will get plenty of on this cruise. There will be food everywhere you turn. So let's talk about what food is included already in your cruise price that you've paid. Feel free to say hi if you're watching live and let me know what questions you have, because this is a lot to cover today. There are 8 main dining venues that are included in our cruise fare. Because of that, because there's so much food everywhere in the ship that's basically free once you get there, you won't find me, oh, hi Tommy V, my favorite guy. You won't find me paying for food at all during this cruise. I enjoy dining in the main dining room with all of you. So that is the first place, the main, or what's also called our formal dining room, complimentary. The buffet is complimentary. The International Cafe, which is all small plates down in the atrium, that's complimentary, everything from little salads, pastries, breakfast items, and that place is 24/7 for snacks anytime. That's a good tip. Also in the main atrium, there's a pizza place called Alfredo's. The chefs are like hand tossing pizzas, a meal and a show, I suppose. And a lot of their items are complimentary. Some of them have a la carte pricing, so look at that on their menu. And next to that is the Vines Wine Bar. They're also kind of like a hybrid. Their plates of tapas are free as long as you buy a drink. And that also does work with a free beverage package drink. So another good tip. Up on the pool deck, there are a couple of options there too. The Trident Grill has burgers and hot dogs. That's all complimentary. The pizza place on the pool deck, now that's the one that wins Best Pizza at Sea year after year, and it is good. Another little tip is that if you have a whole group out on deck somewhere, you can ask them at that Prego Pizzeria for a whole pizza and take it to the aft pool deck or wherever your group is hanging out. And what else? There's a couple more places. Oh, the main one is room service is complimentary. And I've actually never even ordered it except maybe for breakfast. But if you want, one evening, if you don't want to come to the main dining room for your scheduled dinner, you could go to the buffet or just stay out on deck and eat burgers or order room service. Also, on a couple of the sea days, they may have something called the pub lunch, and that is a British pub style meal that is free. The drinks are not. They're pouring Guinness, they're pouring Black and Tans, and the drinks cost, but the meal is free, and that's kind of fun for lunch. It's also good to note that the breakfast and lunch in the main dining room are also complimentary. You can go there any day for breakfast or for lunch. Okay, so with all that being free, now what is it that costs extra exactly? Hi, Joanne. So food that costs extra mainly is the specialty dining restaurants. They charge a cover charge to go and eat in there. Why? Because they're fine dining restaurants. There's 2 main ones on this ship. The Crown Grill is a steakhouse, and Sabatini's is fine dining Italian. And if you choose to go there one night and pay that cover charge, it includes the gratuity, and it's about the cheapest fine dining meal you'll probably have all year. And it's probably the best meal that you'll have all week on this cruise. Those restaurants are really fabulous. I especially recommend the house-made burrata, which is a fresh cheese over at Sabatini's. You can get lobster tail there too. It's quite lovely. But what I was saying is that I will dine with all of you in the main dining room every night. So if you do too, I will see you there. So when do we eat? Our assigned dining time every night is 8:15. And before you panic that that's so late, I promise it doesn't feel that late. There's something about being in port all day and not having to rush back to the ship for early dining that's really nice, especially since we have 2 port days where our all aboard isn't going to be until 8 or 9 o'clock anyway. And to be able to stay out in port and walk along the beach at sunset, that's a luxury, and 8:15 dining works out perfect. Also, there's just so much food everywhere on the ship all the time. You know, you never find very many people who are hungry. And if you want to meet up with us for a cocktail and a little snack before dinner, you're welcome to. We're often doing that. And for those of us on the East Coast or even on Central Time, it's not quite as late anyway. And yes, Joanne says we're going to have to do cardio every day. And I agree, girl. I will be right there with you. So let's see, what else? Dining, seating is what people want to know. Can I sit with my friends? And yes, I will be putting in a seating chart, kind of like a wedding, right? It's a lot for me to coordinate, but let me know who you'd like to sit with. I will honor all of the requests that come in from our group. Even when we get there and they already have my dining plan, I will go and meet with the maitre d' and try to make sure that we all have our seating requests. And at the end of the day, they're not guaranteed. If we ask for a table for 8, it might be 2 tables for 4 close to each other. We just kind of have to take what we get when we get there because they really just do the best they can. But let me know. Let me know what your request is and who you would like to sit with. Also, special diets can be accommodated if you eat, for example, vegetarian or gluten-free. Just note that in the cruise personalizer when you do your check-in, or if you pop back in there again before the cruise, just note your dietary request and they do a great job accommodating. Or if you can't find where to put it in the cruise personalizer, ask me. I can note it for you on your reservation. And if you need something like soy milk, the only thing they've told me about is special milk. If you want them to have it for you, we need to request it in advance, and that's totally possible. Okay, so now we're on to tips from the fabulous Tommy V. My hunk of a husband, Tommy V, who is watching, he is about the biggest eater you'll ever meet. He eats way more than the average bear, and he found out as soon as he fell in love with cruising that you can order whatever you want. You can order as much as you want. If there's a beef tips dinner and there's a fish dinner, you can order one of each. And if there's a half a roasted chicken that looks really good, heck, order one of those too. Go ahead. You can order whatever you want from as many courses as you want and as many desserts as you want too. So feel free in that regard. We have learned that it's best not to bother with special orders. If there's a salmon dinner, say, that comes with vegetables and potato, and you're thinking, oh, just give me 2 of the salmon fillets and double veg and hold the potatoes. This is a lot harder for the kitchen because they're serving these to 3,000 people, right? It's banquet style, and it's easier for them in the back if you just order the plate as it comes, as many as you want, eat what you want, and let the rest go back. That will keep your dinner service a lot more smooth rather than making special orders. That's my recommendation anyway. So we do hope to see you in the main dining room. You don't have to come to our set dinner each night. If you choose to do specialty dining or even just, crash out in your room after a long port day and order room service, that's fine. But you might want to let your table mates know because they will have a place there set for you every night. And if you don't come and your table mates know that, they can go ahead and order and start their dinner. People ask me oftentimes, can I eat in the main dining room on a formal night even if I don't want to dress up? And the answer is no. And we're going to talk about formal nights next week, and we're going to talk about dress codes and what to wear, and I'll have some really great ideas for you even if you're not really into dressing up. There's a wide range of ways to make this work, so I'll have some more tips for you on that next week. But I wouldn't miss dinner in the main dining room on formal nights. It's the best food that they're going to serve the whole cruise in the main dining room is going to be on those formal nights. So I would say come, enjoy it with us. If you're booking yourself specialty dining, that will be very wonderful too. You might want to think about scheduling it for the night that we're in Bonaire. We have a short port day that day. All aboard will be by like 4 o'clock or something, which gives you lots of time to freshen up and get ready for a specialty dinner that night. And what did I miss, guys? We've got people watching. Yes, I'm smiling and giggling at your post, Joanne, because I love you and I'm excited to cruise with you. The closer we get, I'm actually starting to get really excited. This is going to be a wonderful cruise. Let me know what other questions you have, guys. Next week, like I mentioned, we will talk more about what to bring and what to wear and formal nights. And I will see you then. Bye.